welcome to the show. Today, we're going to delve into some thought-provoking insights derived from dialogues about personal cultivation and the adjustment of one's character. Our mission today is to uncover why respect is so crucial, how we should understand and deal with the persistent troubles that plague us, particularly emotions like greed, and the actual impact they have on our body and mind. Yes, indeed, these materials truly offer a unique perspective, allowing us to examine those inner states that might seem harmless but are, in fact, incredibly destructive. The core lies in understanding the nature of affliction and establishing the cultivation of respect as the foundation for transforming all of it. The material begins with an interesting metaphor, referring to afflictions as the resentful thief. What does this signify? It certainly doesn't sound friendly. This metaphor is quite significant. It suggests that afflictions, especially emotions like greed, act like a thief, sneaky and persistently coming to destroy the good and wholesome qualities within us. Respect is the first fundamental quality to be affected. The affliction traps you in a negative, harmful state, making it difficult to manifest your good side. The term resentful thief emphasizes that it seems to be directed specifically at you, designed to plunder and ruin the merits and good roots, 善根, the wholesome foundations or seeds that you have accumulated in your mind. This is a very vivid metaphor, directly pointing out that secretive and targeted sense of destruction. Does the material offer any more concrete examples? Yes, absolutely. The example of gluttony is highly specific. The excessive consumption of sugar, in particular, is what the material refers to as sugar poison, highlighting its addictive nature. The long-term effects are alarming. Not just physical diseases like diabetes, the text even mentions the potential need for amputations, starting from the toes, potentially all the way up to the thigh. Furthermore, it damages our nervous system. This can lead to a loss of the feeling of fullness, causing you to constantly feel hungry. Subsequently, it impacts your cognitive abilities and memory. This illustrates that even a seemingly simple craving for food, if left unchecked, can be far more destructive than we imagine, given the destructive power of affliction. Why is respect so important? It sounds like more than just an attitude toward others. That is very correct. The respect discussed here is viewed as a fundamental good root. You can see it as the seed of virtuous qualities, or a basic foundation. It's an essential connection, or like a receiver. Without respect, it becomes difficult to receive and cultivate positive power, or good guidance. The material uses examples of interpersonal relationships, and even international relations, to illustrate the consequences of lacking respect, resulting in estrangement, or even hostility. Conversely, respect is the foundation for establishing all good connections. What if we find ourselves lacking this fundamental respect? How do we combat that resentful thief of affliction? That's an excellent question. From a broader perspective, you must first address the root cause. This involves a profound and meticulous understanding of the utterly harmful nature of affliction. It's not enough to intellectually know it's bad. You must study it thoroughly, to the point where you develop a deep, heartfelt aversion and fear toward it. Similar to the instinctive disgust one feels for filth, you must fully recognize how miserable the consequences are if you follow it. That sounds like it requires strong resolve and deep realization. What about cultivating respect? For cultivating respect, especially if it feels challenging right now, the material suggests a method. Consciously dedicating efforts and merits you accumulate in your daily life toward the goal of cultivating respect. Dedicating means channeling or pouring the results of your efforts into this specific goal. Like diligently watering a sapling, simultaneously, it is crucial to establish right view, the correct understanding. You need to clearly grasp what is truly harmful affliction and what is genuinely beneficial respect and other good roots. The material also mentions collective practice and learning, studying and discussing with others. This helps form a consensus, making it easier to establish and solidify this correct perspective. In addition, there is practical action controlling your behavior, such as avoiding overeating and overcoming the state the material calls intolerable hunger in idleness, which is the urge to eat when you're not actually hungry. Overcoming this is a vital practice. So, what does all of this signify? It seems the discussion reveals that seemingly minor afflictions, especially the craving of greed, have a destructive power that should never be underestimated. Truly, they erode our physical and mental health, as well as our virtuous qualities, fundamentally and gradually. Conversely, cultivating genuine respect not just for people and matters, but also for positive values and good guidances, the critical first step in transforming all of this. This discussion has provided a framework for contemplation. Now consider this. In your own life, is there an affliction or a habit that you often pursue without much awareness? Try to delve deeper and reflect on the specific harms it has brought you. Can you begin to study it until you generate that visceral sense of aversion and alertness, that feeling of disgust toward filth as described in the material, rather than just an intellectual understanding that it is bad? This might be a very worthwhile direction for you to explore next.